The meeting of the Rizal community began around 10 a.m. addressing issues surrounding the situation that afflict the Rizal people at present. Among these, the most named are overpopulation, the Office of Control, Circulation and Residence Okra, and the reconstruction of the islands.
Today we're going to treat about overpopulation, okra, and reconstruction of the houses them that get affected with the hurricane. So with all those type of team that I touched a while ago, we just want to invite you to come out and be part of it as a Rizal, because we need to come together to reconstruct back our society as Rizal people. So we just want to invite you to come out today. During the whole day we're going to be here so at this autonomous space.
During the morning, the meeting was very participatory and all the attendees present at this time gave their contributions and shared their experience and cases lived in terms of these problems that afflict the archipelago. The community is reminded that tomorrow will be the institutional meeting where members of the departmental government will be present to reach an agreement with the community.
But tomorrow we're going to be with the institution and the departmental government. So tomorrow you will have also the opportunity to be with us and to put all these type of situations before the government and find the way how we can straighten up our society as a Rizal ethnic group of people.
The meeting that will have the objective of conciliating with governor institution will begin tomorrow, June 3rd from 8:30 in the morning.
The second ordinary session of the Departmental Assembly of the year 2022 fiscal year was officially initiated.
The interim governor Randy Henry opened the second ordinary session for the current year of the Departmental Assembly, where different projects will be presented for the benefit of the community. The president of the Departmental Assembly, Early Rosa, referred to the issues that will be addressed during the sessions.
Yesterday, we started the second period of the ordinary sessions where many issues will be addressed. One of them is the election of the departmental comptroller. The second is to bring the Assembly to address the issue of the reconstruction of Old Providence, which was approved today, a proposal brought by Deputy Carlos Carvajal and was approved. Another important point is to present the renal unit project. Similarly, another important issue is what is happening with the reconstruction of the houses that were affected by the Hurricane Eta and Iota here in San Andres Island.
The following secretariat must assist and present their information at the Departmental Duma.
The secretaries of government, planning, and the governor were also invited to give information to the community so that they could address the issues related to the reconstruction of San Andres.
During the ordinary sessions, the departmental government will present the budget addition.
The other point, and no less important, is the budgetary addition that the governor will be presenting this week to make adjustments to the projects that have to be completed and do not have sufficient resources.
The closed season for the Queen Conch officially began in the Department of San Andres, which runs until October 31st.
The official closed season for Queen Conch began on June 1st, which seeks to contribute to the conservation of the species and ensure its sustainability.
From yesterday, we start the bid from conchs, the Queen Conch that is in beta from the 1st of June to the 31st of October.
The Secretary of Agriculture and Fisheries references the importance of accepting and respecting the Queen Conch closed season.
Listen to all our community and artisanal fishermen that extracting this product this season is to prevent and help us that this product will repopulate in our community. This is something that is our security of alimentation. So we need to protect it. And from the Secretary of Department of San Andres, Providence and Secretly, we just sharing this information to preserve the Queen Conch that is important in our department.
Therefore, the Agriculture and Fisheries Secretary calls upon artisanal fishermen, industrial fishing companies, fish product traders, restaurants, authorities, tourists, and the community in general to refrain from catching, trading, buying, and consuming Queen Conch during this period.
And And with the beginning of the hurricane season in the Atlantic, the authorities of the archipelago begins a list of all the response mechanisms for a possible impact caused by these natural phenomena on the island.
With the beginning of the hurricane season in the Atlantic, the entities of the department are coordinating their response protocols to the possible effects of this natural phenomenon.
The Archipelago Department of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina has been preparing by meeting with the Departmental Risk Management Council to update the Departmental Risk Management Plan and the emergency strategy. We have been working with the communities and the presidents of the community action boards of the different neighborhoods, so that they can identify in their neighborhoods the difficulties that could arise due to the hurricanes. The department has been working with the Secretariat of Infrastructure, Government Planning, Public Services, and Government, making cleanup and awareness activities in the different neighborhoods of the island.
The National Unit for Disaster Risk Management indicated that 70% of the shelters are in optimal conditions in the archipelago, and that work is currently underway to improve some shelters in order to comply with all the necessary requirements.
The different points for sheltering are El Esfuerzo School, Ceribie Vive Digital, Mount Zion Baptist Church, the Santana CDI, Central Baptist School, Natania School, Sagrada Familia School, the Senior Center, Bolivariano School, Flowers Hill School, First Baptist School, St. Francis of Assisi's Church, Linval and Cove Baptist Church, Cove Recreational Center, New Life Tabernacle Church, Philip Beekman School, Emmanuel Baptist Church located on the Radar Road, and then the San Luis Church known as Catalina El Señor de la Misericordia Church. And in Providence we have the Youth Center, the Music House, Divina Misericordia Church, and New Life Baptist Church.
IDEAM announced that the hurricane season in the Atlantic in 2022 will be above normal and invited all entities to begin implementing their emergency plans.
The local government continued its strategy to boost the consumer market for local products on the department. It is for this reason that 2 new agro-food fairs are planned for the next weeks.
After the acceptance by the community for the realization of the agro-food fair last May 27, the departmental government will hold 2 fair events that brings together rural producers of the island.
For June 3rd, another invitation is extended for the agro-food fair in our department. It is a very special day. It will be held at the farmers market. Our farmers will be there, and we extend an invitation for us to appreciate the bastion of agriculture and fisheries. So you are invited for June 3rd from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The departmental government indicated that there will also be an agroeducational fair with the students of the institutions that carry out programs of vegetable gardens and agricultural crops.
This agroeducational fair promotes generational relay, seeking that the tradition in the agricultural part is not lost. We are working on a project where all these young people are involved. All these children from the Bolivariano, Brooks Hill, and Philip Beekman schools. All these schools on June 8th will be accompanying us at the farmers market so that they can demonstrate everything they had advanced in agriculture. So we also want to extend an invitation for you to support these young people who are the change that we are looking for.
With these initiatives, the Secretariat of Agriculture and Fisheries seeks to promote the agricultural sector in the department and encourage citizens to consume local products.
En esta administración y a febrero del 2022, el Fondo Nacional del Ahorro ha administrado cesantías por 8 billones de pesos. Fondo Nacional del Ahorro, nos mueve lo que sueñas.
The economic reactivation of the island goes hand in hand with educational workshops. For this reason, today a workshop was dedicated to finance.
The workshop was managed by Impulsa Colombia and was aimed at entrepreneurs and businessmen of the island.
Un taller de finanzas para...
It is a finance workshop for entrepreneurs with a special speaker for the archipelago. You're all invited, from entrepreneurs, students, etc. Everyone at this time needs financial knowledge to use in our businesses. Nobody is taught about finances, and when one decides to be an entrepreneur, it becomes one of the biggest barriers. The idea is that after this workshop, we will bring a second moment, which is a finance classroom in which we intend to invite all financial institutions to also offer their services. But the main thing is that you get trained in the subject of finance.
The invitation to the community is to take advantage of these spaces that seek to help the reactivation of the island after the closing of the Clash Road due to the pandemic.
And seeking to integrate the richness of our environment with the cultural identity, the first Afro-Environmental Fair will be held tomorrow on the island.
Tomorrow, the Bolivariano Educational Institution will hold the first Afro-Environmental Fair as an educational community. The event contributes to the processes of building projects from the Afro-racial identity, ancestral knowledge, and the relationship of population within the environment, the sea, and its species. This space will also be a place of integration between student, green enterprise, and local brands with Afro-identity and gastronomic experience on the island cuisine, thus making this space a place conducive to change and development of projects linked to the care and connection of the people of the island with the environmental and its identity. The event will take place tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. at the Bolivariano Institute.
And let's get all the information of sports with Victor Fusalba.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Seeking to carve out a good future for children, grandparents accompany them in sports. Supporting children in sport is of utmost importance for their education and upbringing. Accompanying children makes them feel safe and gives them a lot of confidence and security in their sports education, thus keeping them away from bad habits. A grandfather who accompanies his grandson is Franklin Escalona. According to Escalona, in his time when he plays ball, they had great athletes thanks to the support of their grandparents and parents.
Well, I am Franklin Escalona, well known as Chun. I am here accompany the little children them that play baseball, the children them from 8 till 10 years. I here supporting them from St. Louis, the group from St. Louis. I have my grandson playing with the team from St. Louis, and I do start him out from him have 5 years to practice with the team, because sport is necessary for the children them. If we can keep the children them playing sport, and things will keep them out of bad behavior, using drugs, using other things that is not good for them. I was a child, I play sport. I play both baseball, basketball, softball. I represent San Andres in softball and such like. I was a sporter from, and I like sport. So that's the reason why I out here today with my grandchildren and supporting the rest of children them from St. Louis. I accompany them with them practice 3 times in the week. I go see them and see them practice. I help them with the transportation, and I willing to do what I can do for the little children them in sport.
On the other hand, Athletics League have ambitious projects in this sport for the island department. This athletic league, with only 4 years of being formed with its sporting recognition, has ambitious projects that seeks to massify the sport of athletics in the island department. Taking advantage of his great relationship with the Colombian Athletic Federation, we spoke with Orlando Jimenez, president of the departmental league of this sport.
We are planning to make the athleticismo from the island develop, trying to make we all youth go and participate in all the competence what we have in Colombia. In the same month, we have competition in the city of Ibagué with four of our we athletic boys in a age below 20 age. In August, we got a competition around the island And in December, we have the half marathon for the isla, where we trying to be permanently in the island. The same day of the birthday of San Andres. We are trying to educate with teachers from each school, because we trying to make the athletic league progress, and we trying to all the guys them from the island try to practice this sport, because it's the best of all the sport then.
According to Orlando Jimenez, the league will continue to work and present other projects that will help to massify the sport of athletics in the Insular Department. And this is all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalba, Teleislas News.